Welcome everyone to June Studios. I am your host, Lanny June. Today we're going to be talking about, does a passion turn into a curse? And what do I mean by that? I would say the 20 years I've been doing acting, being in Hollywood, there was a huge epiphany that I had, which was just that. My passion turned into a curse. And what do I mean by that? In 2017, I did this movie called Baby Driver. And it was the experience of my life, right? Got to work with people I grew up watching, incredible talents and an incredible director. And so in my mind, it was kind of the turning point in my career. And at that time, I've been acting for I started in 2006, so about 11 years, right? And they said the golden number is a decade. Give it at least a decade, which I did. And it was kind of coming into fruition. So I do the movie called Baby Driver, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for things to come about. Auditions, interviews, endorsement deals, you name it. Crickets. Not even auditions. And it terrified me because in my mind, I expected these things to happen within my career because, from all the people that I've talked to, all the people who've been in the industry longer than me, they've always given me this timeline of 10 years. And so I had this expectation, which in itself is extremely dangerous because you just never know in an industry like Hollywood. So I do the movie and nothing happens. I actually end up having to become a delivery driver for alcohol for a friend's business at that time. I wasn't making enough money. And all the while I was delivering alcohol, they were advertising Baby Driver during the NBA Finals. And they were plastering my face everywhere. So in my mind, I'm like, these two worlds were colliding, right? The reality of I'm delivering alcohol and the reality of I'm in this massive, massive movie. And so people are hitting me up. My phone is blowing up and getting all these types of congratulations. And nothing happens. And I don't end up making enough money delivering alcohol. So I actually have to end up becoming a server. And in 2017, I think bleeding into 2018, I become a server. And I think I was in my mid-30s at that time. So it was a huge reset button for me, not only for my career, but for my ego, for my manhood, whatever you want to call it. And I kind of had to realize I had to put my ego aside. And I think the most difficult part at that time was, you had people come in to the restaurant who literally just watched the movie. I had this family come in. They literally just watched the movie and they come in and I'm their server. And you can see this confused look on their face like, man, this guy looks so familiar, but I can't put my finger on it. And finally, the mother of the family, she goes, wait a second, you were the guy in Baby Driver. We just watched the movie. We love the movie. And she couldn't say the words or the question, which was, what are you doing here? Why are you serving when you're in this massive movie with these huge A-list actors and stars? And my question to her was, what do you want to drink? And it took every ounce of my being to put my ego aside and just be a server. Right? Because in that moment, I'm not an actor. I'm a server. And it was really difficult on just, I guess, my reality. But I'm so grateful for those moments and that time because it really prepped me and it made me understand and taught me that this is a long game and you never know when you're going to hit it. And even when you hit it, you're going to have all these questions of how long can I sustain this? And I think the arts are some of the most, it's the most difficult place to kind of make money and survive, right? Hollywood is one of the most difficult places. But what it taught me was, if you can get past through this, you'll be unstoppable. And just recently, if you're an actor yourself, we just went through this huge strike, right? The writer strike and the actor strike. It decimated the industry. And not only that, crew members are out of work and we're still going through this huge transition. But what that time in 2017 taught me was, it doesn't matter. You're going to have curveballs come at you left and right. And no matter what, you just have to keep going. And that's what I mean by it becoming a curse. The one thing that you love the most, that you cannot stop doing, is causing you so much pain. You're not deciding to go into another career. You know, you're biting the bullet and doing something that you hate. I hated being a server. Try serving people in this place called LA. It's horrific. And I'm, again, very happy that the experience has taught me this is a long game. And as long as you can keep your mind on the prize, which is, if I act, I win. And no matter what capacity it is, as long as I get to do what I love, I win. Even if I don't make money, I win, right? But the curse comes in where money's very scarce. Food is very scarce. The most basic and fundamental things that you should be able to provide for yourself, it's really difficult to come by. And you ask yourself the question, why am I still doing this? Like, what's the point? And I think sometimes maybe that's not the question to ask. Because the more you ask that question, I think the easier it is to jump off the wagon and kind of lose the game, which is you don't get to do your passion anymore. But after that experience with Baby Driver, going through this massive lull, I kept with it. And last year, 2025 October, I booked a massive video game called Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 4. And for me, if I hadn't booked that job last year in October, coming that December, it would have been 3 years with no work. But all the while, during that time in 2017, I had to quit serving because it was destroying my soul. But it forced me to create my own business, which was a boxing business called June Boxing. I teach fundamental boxing mechanics to the everyday person, and that is my kind of backup plan when this thing doesn't work out. And I'm so grateful for that. And I'm so grateful for that pressure that during the Baby Driver times it caused, right? It's that idea of the diamond. You know, you create so much pressure and it creates a diamond. It's exactly that. Without the hardship, without the pressure, you're just not going to become the person you're supposed to become. And so even when I say it's a curse, it's a blessing. Because in my opinion, if it's not becoming a curse, one, you're probably not doing it right. And two, you will not be ready for when it does become a curse. So for you fellow actors out there who haven't really experienced that curse yet, but most of you have because of this strike, stick with it. All I can tell you is the only thing that you have to do is just keep moving. Left after the right, left, right. One step after the next. If you keep doing that and you keep following your passion, I promise something will come into fruition. I'm not promising this huge glamorous life. No. In my opinion, I think it's put those ideas away. Just think about the fundamental things that make you happy. Do I get to act? Or do I get to sing? Do I get to make music? Do I get to sculpt? Whatever it is that your passion is, as long as you get to do that, in my opinion, you win. And that's it. And I know that having a family and having to support other family members, that's a different capacity. I'm lucky enough that I didn't have to support a family. And so to those out there with a family and you're making it, my biggest kudos to you guys and to you women. Because I can only imagine how difficult it must be. So if you're struggling right now in whatever it is, in whatever passion, but especially acting, just keep going. It's gonna suck. You're gonna get punched in the face left and right. But like Rocky says, right? It's not about when you get knocked down. It's about how you get up and how you keep moving or something like that. So keep going. Don't give up. One left foot after the right foot, whatever that saying is. Keep going. And I promise something will come about. So thanks for stopping by today. That was the talk. Enjoy your day.